Okay, hey Bruin tennis players. Okay, so it's been a while since the season was abruptly cut short. I know some of you have been playing, you've been taking some lessons, you've been out hitting with friends. Some of you may have not done as much tennis is what it kind of sounds like when I've talked to you. I want to kind of go through some things and scale it up from kind of beginner on. Just some reminders, if you've not done tennis in quite a while, you're going to go with a semi-western grip, okay? And with a semi-western grip, one of the biggest things to remember is that you're going to keep your palm down. So throughout your swing, your palm is facing away from you the whole way through your swing. It never is going to turn up. So if you go out to hit, and some of you younger players that had made the JV team before we abruptly stopped, if you feel like you're going like this and you could see it, that is a huge no-no. That's a big thing we want to avoid, okay? Keep your palm away from you, and the top edge of the racket should always be in front of the bottom edge. If you can keep the palm down, your wrist back, and the top edge in front, you will be able to hit top spin and generate that top spin as you hit. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things that are now good for everyone to remember, no matter what your skill level is on our tennis team, okay? A couple of things. Number one, when the ball's coming, okay, we're going to be stepping out and loading on our outside foot. In this case, I'm going to the right and I'm right-handed, my forehand, so it's going to be to my right. As I do that, I am extending my dominant hand and it's straight. It's not bent in here. We want to get it away from our body. And at the same time that I turn to do that and get my arm away from my body, I'm turning and getting a shoulder turn with my left shoulder and getting my hand across. Now, for some of you, it might be comfortable to be out here. Some of you might be under here and swing over your hand. Either one is fine. What's not fine is to be like this, hitting it with your shoulders already open, because when you hit the ball, it's going to pull it off the court to your left. We don't want that. Okay, so we get the right dominant arm, the dominant arm out straight, left arm across, and then we're going to let the racket come back in like a loop a little bit from here on the side of you, come back like a loop, and then as it's coming back, you're letting it just drop with gravity. And from there, this is called the butt cap of your racket. Just if you don't know that term and you're not familiar with that. As it starts to drop and come through, you have to think of it like the butt cap is like a flashlight, and where you are swinging through, it's shining a light where you want the ball to go. So, as I start coming through, I want the ball to go this direction. That's where the butt cap is. Notice, palm is down, wrist is back. Not back so much that it hurts, but it's laid back. And as I come through then, I'm going to come out and I'm going to come over and across. Notice my elbow is higher than my wrist, and also notice there's space between my chest and my arm. We don't want this kind of a wraparound. And both of my arms are coming around together. Now, two other things if you are a more advanced player, beyond thinking about spacing from the ball. Beginners, intermediate players, like low varsity players, okay? Very important to be thinking about those mechanics and getting your wrist back and getting over here. For more advanced players, critical that you are getting more spacing from the ball and that you come through and you have space here and you're not wrapping in tight. The second thing that's really critical, beyond really extending for the ball, for a more advanced player, is keeping your head still. As I come through, I can swing hard. Notice my head stayed down where the ball was. If you went to U of P, if you had a college coach, they're going to tell you these exact same things. Keep your head still. Tons of mistakes by intermediate players are where they come through, and as they start swinging, they whip their head around. This is a common mistake for baseball players and golfers too. You got to keep your head down and still through the swing, and then you recover out.